Let's talk upgrades here in Austria this weekend, because McLaren are going to have some new parts on their car as they look to maintain their advantage at the head of the championship. But Red Bull and Ferrari also bringing some upgrades that they hope will help them close that gap and make it more of a fight this season. Now for Red Bull, Max Verstappen is the only one who will get those upgrades, but he says they don't need a huge step forward. Small steps will really help him be more consistently competitive against McLaren, because they've had some very strong weekends and obviously he's had a couple of wins already, and he just wants to be in the mix more consistently in the fight for wins. That's what he feels he needs if he's going to get back into that championship fight. For Ferrari, both drivers, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, have been actually downplaying the new floor and other parts that will be coming to the car this weekend, mainly because they know how big the gap is that they've got to close. They're not too sure whether it will really change the pecking order, but they might get a bit closer to McLaren and Red Bull, but they don't think it will be possible to completely overhaul those two or get right into the fight at the front. That said, don't forget McLaren did turn things around mid-season last year, and a lot of teams will be looking about this time of the season to bring new parts that hopefully will then sustain to the end of the year as they focus on 2026. So this could be a pivotal time both here in Austria and at Silverstone next weekend. We'll see how that plays out on track on Friday. It's a normal race weekend, not a sprint, so they have 3 practice sessions to get on top of any new parts. But also the talk today has been a fair bit about the 2 McLaren drivers and their collision in Canada, both saying that nothing's really changed. They're really happy with the way the team dealt with it and that they'll go racing as they did before. The main target is not to collide again. Lando Norris still taking full responsibility for that one. And also some talk about driving standards and penalties after the guidelines on both of those areas were published by the FIA today, made public for the first time to the entire media and public. Now, it was something that the drivers knew, the teams knew, but we can all see it to understand how stewards come to some of the decisions they make. And we've had them have to make some decisions here in Austria before, so that could come a news topic later in the weekend.